Your plants deserve cute outfits too, so today we're crocheting the cutest plant pot cover. If you have old and ugly plant pots, don't go out and buy new ones. Easily transform them with this beginner-friendly crochet tutorial. Let's get started. To get started, you'll need your planter. This is a regular skein of white cotton yarn that I tie-dyed with a tie-dye kit, and I'll go ahead and link that video down below if you're interested in learning how to do that. It's super easy. A pair of scissors, a stitch marker, and a 5mm crochet hook. Let's get started. So we're going to start off with a magic ring. So for the magic ring, wrap it around your 3 fingers like this, and then make an X. Hold down the tail with your pinky finger. So here's your X. This is the bottom, this is the top. Stick your crochet hook underneath the bottom one and pull the top one through just like this. Then you're going to take the tail, loop it around, and make a little knot. There's your magic ring. Super easy. And if you have a problem making a magic ring, don't worry. You can always chain 3 or 4 and then connect them and then use the center of that hole to put your crochet stitches in. Now we're going to add 6 single crochets to this magic ring. So you just stick your hook into the center of the ring and pull through. Yarn over and then pull through the 2 loops. There's 1. Insert your hook into the center, pull through, yarn over and pull through. There's 2. Four, 5, and 6. So now we have our 6 single crochets. We're going to take the tail and tighten this up to make a small little circle here. So we're going to slip stitch right here to the very first stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through. There's your first 6. Chain 1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to keep doing single crochet increases until you get to the size of the bottom of the pot. Now I did mine to where it just came over the bottom just a little bit. A lot of pots are different, so you're just going to have to kind of measure it yourself to figure out how many rows you need. And I'll go ahead and show you exactly what I'm talking about after we make this circle a little bit larger. So after the 6 single crochets and you connect and chain 1, so we're going to put 2 single crochets into each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now we're going to do 2 single crochets into each stitch. Insert your hook, pull through, yarn over and pull through. Now we'll add another stitch there into that stitch. Pull through, yarn over and pull through. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Insert your hook. Yarn over, pull through. So now we have 4. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. We're putting 2 stitches into each stitch. So you'll have 12 when you're finished going around. So here you can see we have 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. That's your first stitch. So we're going to remove the stitch marker and then slip stitch to that very first stitch. And then chain 1. Now we're going to do 2 single crochets in the first stitch. Here's 1 and 2. Now go ahead and put your stitch marker into the first stitch that you just did. That would be this one right here. That way you don't lose count. So after you put the 2 single crochets together in the first stitch, the next stitch is just 1 single crochet. Then the next stitch, you're going to put 2. So just keep alternating 2 stitches together, and the next stitch is 1 single crochet. So we're just going to keep alternating 2 single crochet stitches in one stitch, and then 1 single crochet in the next stitch all the way around until you get to the end. And by the time you get to the end, you should have 18 single crochet stitches. Now you can see that we have 18 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then this is the first stitch, so you're going to go ahead and slip stitch into that stitch, just like that. You can take your stitch marker out and chain 1. So now we're going to put 2 single crochets in the first stitch. And don't forget to add your stitch marker back. Here's your first stitch right here. And then we're going to place 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1, 2. 2 more single crochets in the next stitch. And then 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Complete that round all the way, and then you should end up with 24 stitches in total. Then we're going to slip stitch. Now that we have 24 all the way around, slip stitch the first stitch, chain 1. Throughout this process, you want to go ahead and just measure it against your pot. I ended up doing 4 rows in total. Now see, this is the exact size of the bottom of your pot. I did 1 extra row so that it comes up just right above. And that will end up giving you 30 stitches around. And if your pot is bigger, just keep increasing. I'm going to just do 1 more row around. So I've got my chain 1, and then I'm going to do 2 single crochets in the first stitch. And then I'm going to do 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So if your pot's bigger, the next row after this would be 2 single crochets in the first stitch, and then 1 single crochet in each of the next 4 stitches, and so on. So you just keep increasing it until the bottom is just a hair bigger than the bottom of the pot. I'll be back after I finish this last row. So now we have 30 stitches around. Here's the bottom of our pot, and you can see how the piece extends just over the edge of the pot. That's exactly what we want. So since this pot gradually gets wider as it goes up to the top, we're going to make sure that this bottom piece extends over just a little tiny bit. That way it will make room when we do our next stitch around the main part of the pot. If your pot is the same width all the way down, then just make your piece the same size as the bottom and it'll fit perfectly. So take out your stitch marker, and then we're going to do a slip stitch in the very first stitch, and then we're going to chain 1. So we're going to start off by doing 1 single crochet, and in the same stitch we're going to do a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through the last 2. So go ahead and insert your stitch marker into the very first stitch. That way you know where you're going to end. So we're going to skip the next one, and then in the following stitch, 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet. Skip 1, 1 single crochet, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. We're just going to continue around, skipping 1 in between each cluster of single crochet with double crochet in the same stitch, and I'll meet you back at the beginning of this row. So I've gone all the way around, and you should have 30 stitches in total if you have followed the same exact pattern that I'm doing. So go ahead and slip stitch to the very first stitch here, chain 1, and then we're going to go ahead and do the same exact thing. Single crochet in this first stitch here, and then a double crochet. Add your stitch marker to the first stitch, skip 1, and then a single crochet and a double crochet in the next stitch. Go all the way around. You're going to keep doing this without increasing all the way up until the sides reach the top. I did 8 rows in total to get to the top. Just keep skipping 1 stitch and then placing a single crochet and a double crochet in the following stitch all the way around. And I did 8 rows of this until it was enough to cover the sides of my pot. And if your pot is bigger than mine, then just keep doing the same thing until it covers the sides. And I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like when I get to the end. So this is my last round. I'm going to go ahead and take out my stitch marker. I'm going to slip stitch into the first stitch. Before you cut your yarn, make sure that it fits on your pot perfectly. Now, one thing that you really want to do is turn it right side out. So when you're working the Suzette stitch, the right side actually is on the inside, so you have to turn it right side out. And then we'll go ahead and stick the pot in, and look at how pretty that looks. So now that we know that it's going to fit, you're going to go ahead and cut your yarn. And one thing I did forget to tell you in the beginning is that you do need to have a needle to weave in your ends. So go ahead and knot that up right there. And then we're going to use our tapestry needle to weave in the ends from the top, and then also the one from the inside. That way you won't have any chance of it coming undone. What's also nice about this cotton yarn is that it is nice and stretchable, and it is washable, so that in case you get it dirty while you're planting, you can easily wash it. And here is our pot cover. I like the way it gives a nice diagonal texture. And here it is with a plant inside. Doesn't that look beautiful? I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If so, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more. I do have a playlist of beginner projects, so make sure you check those out as well. Make sure you check out my tie-dye video so you can learn how to tie-dye your own cotton yarn, and I'll go ahead and link that in the little card up above and in the description box below. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.